There will be 3 members of this government will sign off projects either the coalition wants to push through or projects like seabed mining or open cast mining on dock land. As Te Whai Harawira has always said, Crown land is Māori land, and that is our major concern. This is the last estate.
This proposed fast-track bill gives 3 men the unprecedented power to make decisions about what happens in our communities without allowing us to have any say in whether or not we want those things in our communities in the first place.
This is a lot of power assigned to 3 members of this coalition government.
Because you've just pointed out, if I'm correct, that my democratic right to have a say might actually be suppressed and squashed. Is that correct? And that's because the way the coalition has set up this bill is to give power to the coalition leaders that may actually override my say. Is that correct?
Ministers also have the final say on whether or not these projects go ahead. Nowhere in that process allows people like you or me to say, we've got some concerns about this, how are you going to address it? They also allow activities which are banned under other legislation to go ahead.
Is fast-tracking mining, is fast-tracking energy good or bad? Whether you agree or disagree, whether you agree before the mining or waste burning starts, and change your mind once you see, feel, and truly understand what that might really mean for you, for those you love, when you watch your child drawing under a tree and then having an asthma attack, or burying a loved one who has died prematurely because big business was all about, it's not personal, it's just business.
What Shane Jones does as the Oceans and Fisheries Minister, what his ability is that he's able to actually approve of fishing in the Kermadecks. He's able to approve any project that a mining industry wishes to do out at sea.
Over the course of this government's reign of terror, this very short reign of terror, I have felt the walls closing in. I have felt them crack down on our reo. I have felt them crack down on our whenua. I have felt them crack down on all of those different aspects that make us Māori.
In order to give this extraordinary power to these 3 men, it suppresses public and mana whenua engagement in this process. It undermines the rights of the public, but also the rights of Māori given through other legislation.
The Minister of Housing, what's left of Crown land, the Minister of Housing, Chris Bishop, has said very clearly that he is happy to provide Crown land for private developers.
And I just also want to let you know that making a submission matters because the numbers matter. So the Environment Select Committee will be going through every single one of our submissions and they will be creating data. So they will be putting up all of the yeses, all of the noes, and then all of the comments that say it's unconstitutional, etc. And then it's in the hands of our politicians to use that information to push the government to throw this bill out. And for us as the public, it is an opportunity to raise awareness that will mean politically this is a step too far.
But this is the point in time for us to do something and to act now so that this bill doesn't go ahead in the first place. But it's up to us. It's up to us to actually do something now and to talk to our friends and family and say, hey, this is really important. We can't, in 12 months' time, once this is too late, roll this back.
But it's a major concern for us as Māori, and it should be a major concern for everyone else in New Zealand that this fast track bill is going to be passed. So we do need what Jacqueline was saying. We need people to actually get together, huddle up, find the courage to actually write a submission and send it through to this government. Kia ora.
because my ancestors already fought this war 200 years ago. They already fought the colonizer. They fought for the rights that we are still fighting for today. They shed blood for it. They died for it. Their blood is in the very land that you walk on. And here we are 200 years later, and we're still fighting the same fucking fight. Tell me how. The war never ended. And the moment that this government came into power, they declared war on all of us.
In the beehive are making up their own laws and don't want to consult us. The power is with the people, not in the beehive. We're the ones that put them in those jobs. We're actually their bosses.